Yes, you should be able to see my screen now. Okay, this is my new best friend. This should be your new best friend in the back office. If you don't know where to find this, real quick, this is your back office. Real quick, it'll take 30 seconds. I blurred out some of the information to keep people's information private. Okay, just click here, commissions tab. Click here, monthly performance report, and then you'll be here. Just click on the self view. And this, I made a mistake in my screenshots. Don't click sponsorship tree, click placement tree. Because if you've ever been placed someone in your team, you want to be able to see their information as well. Click placement tree and then search. And then you'll see the monthly performance report. You'll have all the information. And I just did this training in French, so apologies for the French title here. But this is all the information you're going to see. Sometimes people are telling me, how do I know where I can find this information, that information? This is the report. If there's only one report you're ever going to look at, this is the report where you can find the lifetime rank, which is the highest rank people have reached, the ID number, which is important, the name. And sometimes the name is confusing. You know, some people are signing up with Mickey Mouse Inc. or Savior of the World or ilovewhales.com or whatever their names are in the back office, and you don't know who that is. Just click on the name. You'll see their card, and you can find out the actual name of the person and not the business. But the two most important columns in that report, specifically for the end of the month, is the TGQV column, which is the team group qualifying volume, which is the volume we need to hit a rank. And the second most important column is the PS column, the personally sponsored column. With these two columns, you can find out all the information you need. You can find out who sponsored two people and they're only missing one person for the hat trick bonus or the driver bonus or both, right? You can find out who's missing only 500, 1,000 points to hit team leader, to hit director, to hit managing director. So these are the two columns in that report that you can filter through, look at, so you know who to call, so you know what's going on. Does that make sense?
Eric, show it again from the beginning, please. They're asking.
Show it again from the beginning. Okay, 1 second.
With great detail.
1 second, 1 second.
How to find it, where it is.
This is where you find it. This is your back office. Okay, this is your back office. You're going to click on Commissions tab and then Monthly Performance Report. Right there. It's right under Advanced Genealogy Report. And by the way, here's a pro tip. Write this down, take a note, take a mental screenshot. Don't look at this report on your phone. It's going to be super cramped up. You're not going to see the information right. You need to look at this on your computer or an iPad. It needs to be a big screen because this report is very large. There's many, many columns in it, okay? And so once you click on the monthly performance report, this is what it's going to look like. You click on self view because it's not just about you, right? You don't care about your numbers. You want to see what's happening in your team. You're going to click on self. And this is my mistake. Don't click on sponsor tree. Click on placement tree. Because like I said, if you've ever been part of a contest, if someone ever placed an associate in your organization and you click on sponsor tree, you're going to miss out those numbers. So if you want to see every single person in your organization, you click on placement tree and then you click on search. And then you'll see this beautiful report. It won't be blurred out on your screen, okay? You'll see everything. And then if you scroll down on your computer, you'll see there's a little gray bar at the bottom. And you can slide from right to left that little gray bar to see all the columns of that report. Like I said, there's many, 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 many columns. And then also, if you have a lot of people in your organization, you don't want to have many pages to walk through. So you're going to click on that little button, the 40. It's going to have this little menu. And then you click on all. So you'll have one full list of all of your associates. So then when you filter the different tabs, you'll be able to see in one full list what's going on. And like I said, there's two main columns that we want to look at. Okay, and I'll give you a quick example real quick of the important columns. The PS column, personally sponsored. So let's say I want to figure out who sponsored one or more associate this month. I'm going to look at the PS column, not the PS last month, because that's the personally sponsored last month. Not the PS last to last month, because that's 2 months in the past, right? I'm closing the month now in April. I want to know who's moving and grooving and in action in the month of April. So I'm looking at the PS column, and there's a little icon at the top that kind of looks like a funnel, right? So you click on this little funnel icon, and there's a little drop-down menu that's going to be there. Those are the filters that you can set for that column. And this is the magic of this report. You can really fine-tune what information you want to see and what information you don't want to see. So let's say I want to find out who has sponsored at least one person. Well, I'm going to take a look at it, and I'm going to see equal to. No, I don't want to see equal to. You click on that. There's going to be a drop-down menu. So many different options that you can put as a filter. For this particular filter, I want to put greater than or equal to, and then put 1. Okay, so I want to find out in my team who here has sponsored at least one associate or more. And then click filter. And then voila, only the people that have sponsored one person or more will be on that filter. But now it's going to be a mishmash information of all those people. And I want to sort it. So you click on the title of the column, in that case, PS. You click it one time, and it's going to go from the smallest number to the biggest number. I want the biggest number at the top. So you click PS twice, and then voila, it's going to sort it. And just like that, I know that this person sponsored 36 people this month. This sponsored 10. This person 10. This person 9, 7, 6, 5, 8. So what does that tell me? That tells me that these people are on fire. They have people in their holding tank. There's a lot of contests that we can do, right? So this column PS is very important. You can check that column every day. Every day those numbers will change, but particularly at the end of the month, this is where you're going to find out who has a waiting room that's buzzing where we can do contests. And you've heard over and over again that at the end of the month, we want to do contests. And here's the second column that is particularly important at the end of the month. But wait a second. Let's stay on this column real quick. Let's say I want to find out who is close to hitting the hat trick bonus or who's close to hitting the driver bonus. That means that we're going to change this little filter here from 1, and the second filter will be less than or equal to, and I'm going to put 2. So I want to figure out in my whole team who has either 1 or 2 personally sponsored. Because we have 8-9 days left of the month, we can help them get their 3 and then unlock the driver bonus. So when you hit filter, voila. Those are all the people in your team that sponsored 2 people or 1 person. Those are the phone calls. Hey, Julie. Hey, Alex. I see you have sponsored 2 people. You're only missing 1 more. Who can we talk to? Who can we invite? Who can we invite on tonight's presentation? This, that, the other. Those are the phone calls that are bringing fuel to the fire. So that's only 1 column out of all of the columns. The other one that's super important, especially at the end of the month, is the TGQV, this one, TGQV column. This is where you're going to be able to filter who's close to team leader, who's close to director. So here's how you do it. You click the little icon again, the little filter icon or funnel icon, and then you use those little filters to decide, I want is greater or equal to 2,000, but less than 3,000. So show me in my team all the associates that are between 2,000 but less than 3,000. They haven't hit 3,000 yet, right? I'm looking for the very close to team leaders. And then you click filter, 2,000 to 3,000, you click filter, and then voila. They're all here, filtered out for you. But again, they're not in order. So what do you do to have them in order? You click the title of the column, TGQV 1 time, and TGQV again. And then at the top, you'll have the closest. So we're looking at here, 2,934. This is this close to the volume needed for team leader. right? But this is only part of the action. So right next to TGQV, you have the rep name. When you click on the rep name, it pulls up their card, okay? And on their card, there's lots of information that you can find. If you click on additional information, you'll see their placement, you'll see their sponsor. I blurred out the information to keep everyone's information private. Their join date, if they're on SmartShip or not. It would be a smart idea. If you're gonna do Super Patch as a business, I strongly recommend you're on SmartShip. And now, in the month of April, the new SmartShip program has started. If you didn't know this, you can cancel your old SmartShip, create a new SmartShip profile with 4 packs of patches, and you'll only pay for 3, right? This is the new SmartShip program. So are they on SmartShip? Their URL, that's their replicated website. But if you scroll down on their card, you'll be able to click the dashboard at a glance. And now just with a snapshot of their business, you can see if they're active, if their membership renewal for the year is active, if they're monthly active, what's their personal volume, what's their team volume. So you have an idea. You even see how many tokens they have, right? And if you keep scrolling down, you have the magic wheel. This wheel gives you a percentage of how close they are to hitting that rank. But where's the 5% from? We don't know. You just click on view rank requirement, that little red button, and it gives you all the details you need. Okay, so this one is missing the points to get to 3,000. But the cool thing is we can also skip team leader and go directly to director, and it's going to give us the percentage. So we're so close to team leader, there's 8-9 days left to the month. We could go straight to director, and then you click on that little button. It's going to tell you what they need. And we can check for managing director. We can check for everything in that little report. Does that make sense? Does that help? So that's everything in detail, Lori. There you go.
It's important. And I think with that report, Eric, it's also important to know that that person was requalifying. They've already hit team leader.
Oh, yes. Actually, let me share that again.
I think you skipped over that a little bit, which is very good for them to requalify, but that person was already a team leader.
Yes. So that person was already a team leader. We don't know when. The 60% means that they've already been a team leader before. They're requalifying. The very first month you hit a rank, there's no 60% split. There's none of that. And if you want to know what the 60% is, it basically means that the 3,000 needed, 60% of that can come from one leg. All the other volume needs to come from other teams, other legs. So even if you have 1 million points in volume in one leg, that you can't be a pirate with one leg and hit all the ranks, right? It's not Christmas in April, right? You need to build a strong organization and 3 legs to hit to the top of the rank, right? To the top of the comp plan.
Yes, and I think to encourage people at the end of the month, when you're phoning them, you actually have to know if they've already hit that rank. So you're either helping them requalify or helping them jump to the next rank. So you have to know the difference, which would say it at the top, lifetime. So they have to check. That's one of the things they have to check too when they're looking at, just a little side note in case, because you're phoning a person, yeah, let's go team leader. And they're going to tell you, well, I've been team leader every month for 4 months. It's not so impressive.
Correct. That's why in the first report, the monthly report, it gives you their lifetime achievement, right? So before you make that call, very good point, Lori, you need to know the facts, right? You don't, you need to know the terrain before you head into that situation. So
if you want them to have confidence, yeah.
Correct. You need to know what's going on. So this is my best friend in terms of where to find the information, because with one report, you can really grasp everything that's happening in someone's business. And just before you make that call, you make a little note, you have all the information. And sometimes, or should I say, most of the time, they don't even know that information themselves, right? Like they have no idea how many points they have. They kind of know how many people they sponsored, but they have no idea how close they are to hitting a rank, because a lot of these people are brand new, they're excited, they're in action, and they don't have time to look at their back office, right? So it's our job as leaders to help them walk them through the steps and help them hit the ranks.